As much as I love a classic daiquiri, sometimes a fruity little number just hits the spot. Pineapple daiquiris are fantastic. Coconut daiquiris, they're a little bit cheeky. But actually, a well-made banana daiquiri can actually play in both camps. A little bit classy and definitely a little bit cheeky. So in this video, well, you know me, I don't really do classy, but I can definitely do cheeky. So we're going to have a little play and we're going to make a really, really good banana daiquiri. So what's my criteria for a really good daiquiri in the first place? Well, look, if I'm going classic daiquiri, plain classic daiquiri, nothing beats a sort of Spanish origin column still rum for me. I do prefer to go Cuban. Rum Cube is my rum of choice for that. Fantastic, lighter column still rum. Really, really good. However, if you want to add a touch of flavour and a touch of nuance, I don't do what we call moody daiquiris, aged rum daiquiris. I just don't do aged rum daiquiris. I'm not a huge fan of them. But we can get around that by using something like Stella. I've mentioned this a lot on my channel. It's a big favourite. It's probably my go-to rum, classic sort of style rum at the moment. 4 rum blends, Reunion, Swaziland, Jamaica and aged Dom Republic in there, just to kind of round it all off. So this is going to form the base of our banana daiquiri, and we're going for 45 ml, 1.5 ounces. Then I want a bit of falernum, and I think my falernum sort of works really well with it. This is a higher ABV, homemade. I've used John Goldstone Rum's lime and ginger rum as the base of that, because that's essentially what falernum is. We've sweetened it up. We've added some almond notes to it as well, a little bit of extra spices, but it is double the ABV of John D. Taylor's Velvet Falernum. We're going for 15 ml, 1/2 ounce. Now we could just go straight down the line with a banana daiquiri, a nice, decent sort of really decent rum in there, banana, lime juice, but that has been done to death, and that's not why I do videos. I like to do videos to take you on journeys in different directions and show you flavour combinations. So this is a liqueur without, you know, some of you might have cottoned on. This is a liqueur I haven't played with too much, but I've been having sips with it over the last sort of week or so. And you know what? I actually really, really like it. Loosely based on an amaretto. It sort of probably would come under the amaretto brand. But this is Tempus Fugit's Creme de Noyo. Now, I did get this in for an amaretto sort of blind tasting months ago now, and I haven't really revisited it until recently. This is actually apricot kernels and cherry kernels, cherry pips that have been distilled here. Back in the day, before distilling techniques and all that were improved and all that, you know, this sort of died a death because if you left it too long, you get cyanide. You get cyanide in the tops of bowls. Obviously, distilling techniques have come a long way since then. They're perfectly safe to drink now. So 10 ml of that. Standard daiquiri, we want some lime juice. Boiron's 100% lime juice is what I have. I don't buy fresh limes anymore. I haven't done for months and months and months and months, to be fair. But 30 ml for this ratio, so 1 ounce of lime juice. Now, there are multiple ways to add a banana flavour to your daiquiri. You could go banana rum, you could go banana liqueur. They've been done to death. I've got this banana syrup, banana puree. Now, the cool thing with Real, as I've found out as I've gone down the rabbit hole with them and learnt more about their brands, we kind of dismiss them as like a cheaper brand. They're not. They are the premium syrup brand, because in this is 40%, it's just over 40%, I think it's 40.2 or 40.3% banana puree. Okay, it's not like a 10% thing with flavour extracts and all that. It's actually 40+% of banana puree. So we're going for 20 ml of this. All right, you can see how thick that is. So damn tasty, really, really good. Right, and then 2 things just to round those flavours off. I do want a touch of extra sugar because those purees aren't that sweet in the grand scheme of things. So I just want 5 ml, a bar spoon of normal sugar syrup, 2 to 1. Do I need to explain what this is anymore? I don't think I do, but this is my saline solution. I will do 20% saline solution, 20 grams of sea salt to Cornish sea salt to 80 grams of water. Doesn't make your cocktail salty, it just elevates the flavours. You just need 5 drops. Then the final thing I nearly forgot, Ms. Better's banana and bergamot bitters. Bergamot is just another sort of citrus, so we're just going for a pipette. Now, just being completely transparent, I've just had a little taste of that with the bar spoon, and actually I've just added another 5 ml of sugar syrup because it wasn't quite there. And my glass choice this time, again from Artist, thank you very, very much. This is the Embassy Footed, kind of like a 10.5 ounce. Great sort of size if you use crushed ice for this kind of daiquiri. Didn't want to go Nick and Nora, didn't want to go coupe. I wanted to go something a little bit fun, because then not only do we get the mint sprigs out, but we get the dried banana out from Frona as well. Now, if you like this style of cocktail, don't forget I've got a free PDF ebook that you can download where I'll show you how to riff up 10 of my favorite cocktails. The link to get that will be in the description below, be the link in the pinned comment, or you can scan that QR code. It's right beside my big old head. I cannot get enough of this. This is my favorite cocktail of this filming session. This is outstanding. Rum, first and foremost. You don't lose the stellar rum in there. The banana really comes out to play, but just subtly in that background, you get this little beast, the creme de noyau. You get those bolshy, but you know, they're very different to a cherry liqueur, very different to an apricot liqueur. You get this stone fruity kind of oomph that just comes up behind, and that is so good. I think for me, the Saline is definitely, the Saline for me actually in this elevates the falernum notes. I'm getting the almond sort of punching out a little bit. I'm getting the extra citrusy note. I think that's why I wanted an extra bit of sugar in there, sugar syrup, just to kind of round that off, because it is just elevated citrus in there. Your chance to get involved. Up on screen, I'll put this recipe on there, and then I'll put probably my go-to banana daiquiri recipe. There's probably like 15, 20 different ways you can make a banana daiquiri easily. So I'll select one and put that on screen there. But how would you riff up the banana daiquiri? Remember, this whole thing is about standing out. So if you're a bar, for instance, or you're impressing friends at a party, how would you do something different with the banana daiquiri so yours is memorable? Now, what would I do even to this recipe? And there are a few ways instantly in my head just tasting this I could have gone. Firstly, instead of sugar, either honey and banana, fantastic, or agave. You know, they would be very, very good additions or swaps in there. That 10 ml of sweetness I've got in there for that sugar now is bang on the money. I don't want it any sweeter, but you could add different layers with the honey. I mean, obviously you can riff that up with banana rums or banana liqueur, but I think using that sort of Stella and that funky kind of a funky column still blend and, you know, pot still, it's just a fantastic cocktail rum. It really is. So by using a banana rum, you kind of lose that. And I don't really want to do that. I know a lot of you won't have the creme de noyau, this stuff from Tempest Fugit, but that is, I'm really starting to fall in love with this. I think that'll be really, really a great addition to a lot of bars. The final riff, and only because I've been playing with this recently as well, the final riff that I might do for that, 10 ml of Chartreuse. That would be an interesting one. Now, if you like me and if you like what I'm all about and you want to see more of my content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the future videos. And talking of future videos, this one is going to divide people, but I'm taking on the Negroni next time. But I'm bringing you a very fun tropical Negroni. Right, I'm going to demolish this. See you next time.